Hello, and welcome to today's The Daily Beard. I'm Jason Fox, aka Lee Klaus Beard. Let's get to it, shall we? Today's tweet is, writers should be able to articulately defend design. And vice versa. Yes. 2 days in a row with a tweet with vice versa in it. It's very exciting, I know you're just tingling with Denerex-based anticipation. Anyway. If you're a writer, and yes, I'm being fairly specific today, just writers and art directors, but it can really go to anybody. The more you know about advertising and the disciplines, the better off you are. The more you're able to defend anything, the better off you are. But in this case, specifically, if you're on a creative team, you as the writer should be able to defend your art director's work, and the art director should be able to defend your work. It makes life a lot easier, and it makes your work more complete. And if you ever want to be an actual creative director who knows what they're doing, then you actually should be required to do this. There should be some kind of test. Maybe I'll come up with one. No, I'm not going to do that. That's a lot of work. As a writer, okay, this takes time. If you're a hybrid, if you're one of those people who's both an art director and a writer, you're way ahead of the game. Hopefully, assuming you're good. You're way ahead of the game. You already know all this. But me as a writer, coming up, I knew good art direction when I saw it. I knew good design when I saw it. I had a decent eye. Could I create it? No. Did I necessarily understand everything that went into making good art direction? Good design? What made a good logo? What made a good layout? What made a good TV set, per se? And by set, I mean the actual set you're shooting on, not the lovely television set itself. No, I learned those things, but as I learned those things, I became better at my job. Because when my partner would present something to me, I could see the effort that went into it, I could see the craft, I could question things, I could say, I've seen that font everywhere, should we use something else? And then my art director would slap me and say, bite your tongue, boy, that is a different font. That is not Wisdom Script. It's Wisdom Script adjacent. And we get on with life. And similarly, my partners, and I've had many through the years, both some outstanding individuals, he or she knew writing. They might not necessarily be a great writer themselves, but they understood how words are used in advertising, and they understood flow and rhythm and brand voice, and could speak to it and defend it when I wasn't around, which is good. Because every once in a while, you'll run into a rather sneaky person. This would be probably an account person, because that's just how it works in this case, who will come to you with a status change note from the client that is for the other person's discipline. And they'll come to you when they're not around and say, well, we need this change, expecting you to just say, well, okay, and get on with it and pass it on to your partner, instead of being able to say, wait, why? Why would we do this? This would not be a good idea, and here's why. Please go back to the client, explain this, or please get them on the phone or the Zoom or whatever, and let me explain it to them and have a discussion. That's good. That's a good thing to be able to do. So, know your craft. Know your partner's craft. If you can know about media, if you can know about strategy, if you can know about, yes, account management, the more you know, the better off you're going to be. I'm Jason Fox. Have a good one.